Good morning, everyone. Today is day 5 of my reading 7 books in 7 days challenge. If you don't know what this is, I have been doing it. This is my 6th year doing it, and I also have 5 other videos from this year. I have my TBR, and then I have my days 1, 2, 3, and 4 vlogs. So, while I'm opening my shades, I thought I'd just talk to you a little bit. So today, I think I'm going to read Roshani, the Nectar of Immortality, because that's just what I feel like reading. I think it's like reasonable length. I think it's only like, I think it's definitely less than 400 pages, so definitely a good length for a book today. I do want to get some work done today, but that should be, you know, pretty minimal. It is Saturday, so I'm probably going to go somewhere with my family today, but, you know, I don't think I'm going to have to take, like, a day off, you know, from like this vlog or anything, obviously. I did wake up pretty late today, which is not great for 2 reasons. One, because I did not edit my vlog from yesterday, last night, so I have to do that sometime today. I'm not going to do it now because I want to go downstairs and have coffee and everything, but I'm probably going to have to do that later. Well, not probably. I am going to have to do that later. And also, I obviously got a late start to the day, so I think it's close to 9 o'clock, which I don't usually sleep this late, but I guess I ended up doing so today. So, yeah, I am super excited to start the book today. I can't believe that the Shah series is almost over. I literally have been reading this series for years. In 2019, I was reading the 2nd book. Now we're on the 5th. Like, for this vlog, so it's kind of crazy, and I don't know, I just feel like time is going by way too quickly. I literally still feel like I'm a freshman in high school, and COVID just started, so it's weird that I'm literally going to be a senior in, like, a few weeks. I don't want to think about it, but anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna go drink some coffee, get ready for the day, and start on Shah and the Nectar of Immortality. I'm gonna try to get as much work done as I can today, but it's also Saturday, so I'm gonna try to relax a little bit, but yeah, I will see you once I have read a little bit of my book. Hello, so it is about noon, and I've not read a single word of Shah and the Nectar of Immortality yet, but my video is currently processing, so it should be up on my channel in a little while. But my mom wants me to take her to a store. It's like to a storage so she can run errand for a friend. It's like 10-15 minutes away, and then we're gonna pick up lunch and bring it back home. My dad might come also, we'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna eat my lunch and try to read the first 150 pages of Roshani, the Nectar of Immortality once I do that. So the excursion should probably only take 30 to 45 minutes, I'd say. It really shouldn't be too long. So, yeah, I don't know how long the book is exactly. I think it's definitely under 400 pages, so it shouldn't be too bad that I'm getting a little bit of a later start to the day. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this week has been so different from the previous year's weeks that I've done this vlog, just because I have more stuff to do this summer than I ever had. This is the most hectic summer of my life, hands down. So, anyway, while my video is processing, I'm gonna get dressed. I already made my bed, but I have to, you know, fully get ready for the day, and look like a regular human being. And then we're gonna go to that store, and again, I should be back before 1 o'clock, and I'll probably start reading around that time. So, yeah, I'm really excited to start the book. I love this series so much, and I can't believe today I'm gonna end up finishing it. But, yeah, again, I'm kind of getting a little bit hard on myself just because I haven't been, you know, in previous years I would literally be reading so much, and I am reading a lot, but I feel like this year I have to squeeze in reading wherever I can, whereas last year I had loads of free time and I could just, you know, pick up the book whenever I wanted. But, yeah. Anyway, I do want to live like a normal person. I don't want to just be holed up in my house the entire time. So yeah, we're gonna go to that town, do that store, get lunch, and I'll come back, eat it, and start Shah, and I will update you once I've probably gotten about 150 pages in, and I'll let you know what my thoughts are so far on the book. So I'm not sure exactly what time it is, but I do have a reading update. I reached page 108 of Shah and the Nectar of Immortality by Roshani Chokshi, And even though I'm not the biggest fan of this cover, I am a big fan of the book so far. I think, you know, every time I read one of these books, I'm just transported, like, into this world immediately. I love all the characters. Aru is still one of my favorite, like, literary characters, especially in middle grade. I love the plots of these books. They're just so, like, fast and engaging, and you'll think you're about to do one thing and then you have to do all these steps to get there, but the steps to get there are still really interesting. And I love all of the magic and mythology included in this series. I'm really a huge fan of this book and this story overall, and I'm super sad that this is the last book, but I'm sure it's going to be great for the rest of the book. This is actually pretty short. It's only 362 pages, so I have like 250-ish pages left, a little over 250 pages left, so I think I'll definitely be able to finish it today. And yeah, as I said, I'm not the biggest fan of this cover. It's probably my least favorite one in the series because I just think the other ones are a lot nicer, especially the Tree of Wishes cover is like one of my favorites. But I mean, it's cool. We obviously have the main characters, so that's Aru, I think that's Bryn, Minnie, that's probably Aiden, and that's Rudy, and then on the back we have Sheila and Nikita. So that's cool. I really like the characters in the series. I loved the opening chapter where we get to see, it was kind of like a prologue, we get to see something from the villain's point of view, which was really interesting, and then we obviously went back to Aru, and all the chapter titles are so creative and clever, and the humor is really great. It's, you know, I think Roshani Chokshi is a whip smart, so I really love her books, and I love this series, and again, all of the Hindu mythology and everything like that. It's just really great. The plots are great, the writing is really engaging, and the descriptions are great. Obviously, it's Roshani Chokshi. And yeah, the story is just really great so far, so I think this is easily going to get at least 4 stars from me. So I'm continuing the trend of at least 4 stars this week. I gave the Agathas 4 stars, I gave Forging Silver into Stars 5 stars, I gave Death in the Clouds 4 stars, and I gave The How and the Why 5 stars. So we'll see what I end up giving this book. I can't really see it getting anything less than 4 stars, just because it's really, really great already, and I just love this series so much. So right now, I did do a little bit of work today, but I'm probably going to do a little bit more right now. I didn't eat a ton for lunch just because I wasn't that hungry, so maybe I'll have a snack. And yeah, I think I'll just hang out, watch some videos, and all that fun stuff. So I will check back in once I've read probably another 100 pages of the book, and I'll update you with my thoughts and all that fun stuff. Maybe I'll go in the pool today. I don't know, I haven't really been in the mood to swim, but maybe I'll like put my feet in the water and everything, so I'll let you know what I end up doing for fun today, and I'll see you in a little while. So it's been a little while, but I do have a reading update. I am now on page 200 exactly of the Nectar of Immortality, and I'm still really enjoying it. I'm over halfway through now. I have about 160 pages left, so I can definitely read that, you know, before the end of the day. I think it's only like, it's probably only like 3:30 or 3:45, so I'll probably read again in like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and then finish the book after dinner. But I'm still enjoying it. The last 100 pages were not as interesting as the beginning 100. I think there was some interesting thing with like the Bear King. I don't know much about that specific story in Hindu mythology, but it was really interesting to learn about, and all the dreamscapes, and there was this thing with elephants and a portal and a labyrinth and all of that. But now we're getting into like this rock music competition, which is not really that interesting to me, but it's still funny. I still love the humor in this book. The writing's really great, and again, the plot is still interesting and engaging, even if I'm not too like attached to what is specifically happening just in these last like couple of chapters. But I'm interested to see what happens next and how the book will wrap up and all of that stuff. We haven't done a ton towards like the actual plot in the last like couple of chapters, so I'm wondering when that's gonna return, because it feels like we're doing a little bit too much of a side quest right now, but I'm sure it'll come back around. So right now, I'm probably gonna go on a walk. I did go on a walk a few days ago, but it was pretty short, and it was so hot outside. It's a little cooler today, so I'm gonna try to get some exercise. Maybe I'll ask my friend if she wants to go on a walk too, and she can walk her dog. But yeah, I'm gonna go, and once I have read some more of my book, I will check back in and let you know how I'm feeling, and yeah, I'll see you in a little while. It just, for some reason, got very bright outside, despite the fact that it's close to 6 o'clock. Also, I had a mini heart attack because my camera wouldn't turn on, and when it did, the screen was black, but I figured it out, so no worries there. But I do have a reading update. I'm on page 301 of Roshani, the Nectar of Immortality. I'm still really enjoying this book. I don't love it as much as the previous books. I still think that The Tree of Wishes and The Song of Death are the superior books in the series, and then probably The End of Time, City of Gold, and then this book. Just because this is probably going to end up being my least favorite one in the series doesn't mean that it's not still really good. Like, I still think this is probably going to end up getting 4 stars. I really love that we're not just getting R's perspective in this book. We also got, the first chapter was from the villain's point of view, and then there are more chapters throughout the book from that same POV. We had a chapter from Bryn's perspective, we had one from Minnie's perspective. I assume that there will be more throughout the book, which I really like because, you know, this is the final book. We can kind of break open the world a little bit and see more, like, from other characters' heads as opposed to just Aru's, which I'm really enjoying. And the characters, you know, are great as ever. And there were some twists in those last 100 pages. I'm glad that the whole rock band thing is over because I was really not into that section of the book. But there are definitely a lot of side quests in this book, and I feel like this could either have been... See, I don't think this could have been merged with the City of Gold because that was its own plot. But I do feel like this book could have either been a little bit shorter, or it could be like the other books where the side quests still feel very new and exciting and, you know, not just like you can tell it's a side quest, if that makes any sense. The side quests are still interesting, but I feel like they are not as engaging as those in the previous books. So yeah. I know it sounds like I hate this book, which is not the case whatsoever. I'm still really, really enjoying it, and again, I love these characters, I love this world and all the mythology, and I love the writing. It's so humorous, and all the pop culture references are really, really funny. And the plot as a whole is still interesting. I just have a few structural and story issues with this book, which I think is definitely going to hinder me from rating it, you know, 5 stars or anything, but I think it could definitely get a 4, especially since what I am predicting is going to happen in these last 60-something pages. So I'm really excited about that. I did go on a walk. It is actually really, really hot outside. It was only 86 degrees, but it was really, like, humid and gross. So I only walked for a little while. It wasn't really that fun. But you know, I was glad to get outside and get a little bit of exercise. But I'm gonna help my mom make some dinner now, and we'll watch TV, I'll take a shower, then my family and I are probably gonna watch a movie upstairs, but I definitely want to finish the book before then, and I will update you once I have done that, and I might update in the interim, but we shall see. I think I finished my book of the day earlier than I have so far this entire week because it's only 8:30 and I'm already done with Shah and the Nectar of Immortality by Roshani Chokshi. This is actually kind of funny and ironic because I actually got the latest start to the day that I had so far this entire week, so that's something to note, I guess. But I love this book. I'm gonna end up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. It wasn't perfect for me, but I loved the last 60 pages. I loved the battle. It was a little bit anticlimactic just for my taste, but I get that it's a middle grade book and she can't really go into like the battle of it all really that much. So I understand that. But I loved the ending, especially the last chapter and like the last sequence. As you can tell from yesterday, I am a sucker for like the very ending of books. I love those sappy endings, especially like in finales and even in standalones like the book yesterday, but definitely a really solid conclusion. I'm really happy with this series. I think I was predicting my ranking earlier in the day, but it definitely still stands. I don't know. I would say this is probably my least favorite book in the series, but it's not like bad or anything. Like, obviously it's not bad. I'm giving it 4 stars, but I just think that all the other books are slightly better. So my favorite one is probably The Song of Death, then I'd say Tree of Wishes, then End of Time, then City of Gold, and then Nectar of Immortality. But again, this was still a really, really solid installment. There were just some parts that I wasn't the biggest fan of, and I think, you know, there were a lot of things that we had to do in this book, so it wasn't as, like, fun or nonsensical, I guess. There were some nonsensical things and whimsical things in this book, which I always love, and all of the mythology, of course, that was integrated into the story, and the characters were great. I loved the resolution with all the characters. Some characters I think were done a little bit dirty, but, I mean, you can't have everything, I guess. Still, though, really, really great finale. I'm so sad that the series is over, but I'm happy that I finally got around to this last book, because it came out months ago. But yeah, I really liked it. Definitely 4 out of 5 stars. And there was actually a quote that I marked. It's on page 304. It says, "I guess sometimes it takes being powerless to understand what it means to be powerful." That is one of my favorite quotes, and I'm definitely going to write that down and keep that with me, because it really spoke to me, and I really love that quote. So, yeah, definitely a great book for today, and I haven't broken my streak of rating every book at least 4 stars so far this week, so we'll see what tomorrow and Monday hold. But that is it for this vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed. All of my social media links are in the description box below. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 6. Bye!